Welcome back to the Hampton Roads Show. We're heading right into the peak of the Atlantic hurricane season. This is video from the Outer Banks after Hurricane Arthur rolled through very quickly. You can see what the storm left behind. According to emergency service coordinators, early property damage estimates in Dare County alone are nearly $2 million. Before the next storm forms, it's a good time to think about what you can do to protect your family, your property, and your peace of mind. Joining us now is Brian Smith from BayPort Insurance to talk about options. Good morning, Brian. Welcome back to the Hampton Roads Show.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I think everybody realizes that we got very fortunate. We were very lucky with Arthur.
Yeah,
some of the people on the Outer Banks, though, got hit pretty hard. What are some of the things that people should think about when they think about insurance to be protected from the storm?
Well, the big thing is really, even beyond insurance, really, it's just people really need to prepare, I think, in three ways. They need to prepare for before a storm hits, and then during the storm itself, and then afterward. Beforehand, really, a couple things. Communication plan, especially with your family and your friends. You need to know where everybody is. Nowadays, with cell phones, I got all my kids' numbers just programmed in, so I get it taken care of. Otherwise, you really want to put maybe a kit together, some water and some food, batteries, things maybe last up to 72 hours, because you just really don't know what the consequences are going to be.
Right.
During the storm, you need to make sure you have access to, and you're able to listen what's going on. For a while you guys are on air, obviously be watching television.
Right.
If things happen and somehow you happen to go off, you still have access again with cell phones nowadays. But you need to be aware of what is going on out there. If it really gets nasty and you're in your home, you need to get to the most wind-free area. In other words, away from outside doors and windows. People talk about an interior bathroom is really good. They talk about getting in the tub. But as far away from any windows as possible and outdoors. And then, hopefully the things go on by and it's not so bad. So after the storm, use that communication plan. If your family, friends aren't with you, where are you? Are you okay? Are you free? Can you get out? Where are you? And then really, it's important to take a very careful, get outside your house and take a walk around. Do you have damage? But if you see any lines down, you see gas leaks, get away,
Right.
So then have have numbers for really your insurance company. If there's damage, you need to report it and get them working on it.
Well, let's talk about that part of it.
Okay.
It's important to have those important documents with you in case of a worst case scenario. Should someone contact their insurance agent beforehand?
Yeah, for sure. Just to make sure that they've got the document. The big thing is really, again, phone numbers, but also to double check, what's my deductible going to be?
Right.
And around Hampton Roads, people need to be aware that more often than not, you probably have one separate deductible just for hurricanes.
Right.
So, what is it? And a lot of times it's percentage deductible. What does that mean? So yeah, talk to your agent and know what the deal is going to be.
And one of those questions will be the importance of flood insurance.
Yeah, that is real important. It's interesting, too, because around here you hear a lot about, especially in Norfolk, talk about Norfolk is sinking. But really, all of Hampton Roads needs to be aware of that. Now, a lot of folks, if you're in high-risk areas and you've got a mortgage, well, you're probably required to have flood insurance.
Right.
So those folks are kind of taken care of to some degree. But it's a lot of other people that just don't realize you could be a street or two away from a high-risk area, and they think, oh, well, I'm fine, I'm safe. And they really aren't. So the good thing, though, is a lot of those people, you're in what the flood program calls a preferred risk program. So it's probably $300 to $400.
Right.
For, to cover your house and your property very, very well in case of a flood. They really need to be calling their agent and just say, what would it cost to protect me to write some flood insurance on my house? It probably isn't bad at all.
If you have any more questions for Brian on any insurance needs, you can contact him at any the BayPort Insurance. Stop by any of the BayPort Credit Union locations across Hampton Roads, or you can log on to bayportcu.org. Thank you, Brian, for all the advice.
Thank you, sir.